Hi there, ho there, guys. What is up? Welcome back to the channel. I thank you. Oh my gosh, I am so sorry if that hurts your ears. I don't know if it made a noise or not, but we are back, right? And I know, this is Marvel updates on Twitter. They're not exactly the most credible thing in the world, but they are certainly good at getting me hyped, okay? Now, and the thing that I want to bring up right now, aside from this, Sir Ian McKellen has revealed that Magneto will destroy New Jersey in Avengers Doomsday. Oh, I probably shouldn't have said that. Is this right here. Agatha All Along, X-Men Days of Future Past, and then one third one that's not here for sure was WandaVision, are all reportedly going to be mandatory to watch before essential to watch, I suppose I should say, actually not mandatory, essential to watch before watching Avengers Doomsday, just to get a general understanding of the type of stuff that they're talking about and the characters that are going to be involved in this. Now, obviously, if you've seen either of these movies, or I guess series and movie, then you know that this is probably one of the more okay X-Men movies. This show was meh. It introduced him, who's very important, gave her a new role, introduced her, who is also very important, and with WandaVision, gave us three characters that are extremely important. I guess you should say four. Billy and Tommy. That's going to be, if I'm not mistaken, I believe this gentleman is Billy, if I'm remembering correctly, but more, adult and everything. But the thing that the three of those share in common are going to be that they are pivotal stepping stones in the multiversal saga to explain not only what the multiverse is, how the multiverse works, and give, different viewpoints of things and how they turn and move and shape, right? So with WandaVision, a lot of people are speculating that very similar to how Wanda basically created a whole, world for her, Doctor Doom is going to either use her or take either use her or take her spell or powers to be able to make Battle World. Now, obviously, a lot of people think that what was it called in Loki and Loki season 2? Whenever you were like vaporized and stuff, it was also at the end of I forget what it was called. It's like the plane of existence. All right, we're totally gonna look this up. I'm not gonna lie to you. Plane of existence in Deadpool 3 and Loki. It was the time variance of a quarter, the Void. So a lot of people are thinking that the Void is actually going to be Battle World. I'm kind of in mix of both, but a lot of people are thinking that he's going to be stealing Wanda's powers or using Wanda to create something very similar to the Void. Now, the reason why these things are essential to watch is because he needs to take the power of these cosmic level entities. The Scarlet Witch has already been said in WandaVision to be one of those cosmic entities, being like an Omega level force. In X-Men Days of Future Past, that just explains how an incursion could essentially have been started from Wolverine being an anchor being, going back in time to basically prevent the Sentinels from, uprising and taking out all of the mutants and everything. Now, as far as Agatha All Along, I solely think that the only reason why they want you to watch Agatha All Along is to explain Aubrey Plaza's character, Lady Death, or Mistress Death, and Billy and Tommy. Now, the reason why Billy and Tommy are important is because, with all of the trailers that have come out and everything, they're heavily focused around children. the children of Steve Rogers, the children of, or the child of Steve Rogers, the child of the Sue and Reed Richards, and the child of Thor, right? So you have the child of Thor, who's basically the embodiment of eternity. You have Franklin Richards, who is essentially a reality manipulator, and then you have Billy and Tommy, who, if I'm not mistaken, I want to say it's Billy. I keep forgetting the two and getting them mixed up. But Wiccan, who is supposed to be his character, is one of the strongest sorcerers in all of comics, if I'm remembering correctly. And Doctor Doom's main plot here is going to be stealing the powers of these kids, essentially like as if the kids each were their own Infinity Stone, and he's Thanos trying to collect them to collect their power. I think that this is an okay idea. I don't necessarily think people are going to be thrilled to have to do homework before this, but it is kind of expected because you couldn't really go into Avengers Infinity War and Avengers Endgame without any knowledge. But going all the way back to the Fox X-Men universe, I think is kind of a reach, but I guess it's kind of interesting considering they're trying to wrap up this story and give everybody a nice little bow to tie it away with. Now, I do think that they are kind of messing up though, because so many people have kind of written off the X-Men series, the Fox X-Men series specifically, because of the Phoenix, the Last Stand, and essentially what you could, call early onset superhero fatigue from those movies, from them just being so not very good. And Age of Apocalypse, those ones were not just bad; they were almost terrible. Now, you can say all you want about the writer and directors of the films. They were just poor films overall. They had cool themes and everything, but they just didn't necessarily work. Now, again, I think they're also messing up with Agatha all along, because the show, whereas I did kind of enjoy it, I can understand why people did not enjoy it. It wasn't the most riveting and interesting thing to keep up with. And some of these characters, people just don't flat out know. Now, WandaVision, I think, is probably the most pivotal one because they're clearly going to be bringing back the Scarlet Witch. They have to. It'd be dumb of them not to. But I think a better one to watch would probably be Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, because it does such a great job of, explaining what the multiverse is. I think that this is going to either the people that are going to do their homework are going to but watch all of these and completely understand, or you're going to have the same crowd that's not going to watch all these, complain the whole time, and then watch the movie and then complain that they don't understand anything, or think that it was a cool movie, but all of that stuff was just unnecessary. Either way, very cool that they're kind of letting us know, or at least most people are letting us know, what we should be watching and what is essential to watch to understanding Doomsday and eventually Secret Wars. And it gives us more pivotal steps to theory craft as to what Doctor Doom is going to be doing and how he's going to be doing it. I'm excited. I'm actually doing a rewatch of the whole Marvel series, of the whole MCU and the Fox universe. So that's already on my bucket list. Are you guys watching it? Are you going to be doing your homework, or are you just going in blind, watching Spider-Man later this year and Daredevil later this year, only to go into Avengers Doomsday at the end of the year? Let me know down below. Drop your comments on what you think about them making us watch these specific 3 cuts of content, and how you think about Ian McKellen destroying all of New Jersey. All right? And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.